Hello and welcome to this special edition of Make in India, New Deal for Defence. I'm Shireen Bhan and we're coming to you from San Francisco, the innovation capital of the world. And innovation is what we need in India's defence sector. Now, times, they are changing. The Indian defence industry has largely consisted of medium and small enterprises which supply essential components to the large system integrators. But not anymore. That story is changing. The MSME sector is slowly but surely coming out of the shadows. And this week on Make in India, New Deal for Defence, CNBC TV 18 Sajeet Manghat travels to Maharashtra's automotive hub, Chakan, to look at the capabilities of Transport Solutions India, a 9-year-old company that's creating a niche for itself through specialized transport applications that help transport military shelters and weapon systems.
The onset of the monsoons is typically a lean season for most commercial vehicle players. But this facility in Chakan is bustling with activity. And by all accounts, it's promising to be a busy season, rain or no rain.
We are at the Chakan facility of Transport Solutions India. TSI is involved in the manufacturing of specialized trailers which are used for military shelters and weapon systems.
TSI's journey has not been a long one. It was started in 2006 by a father-son duo, VK Singh and Anand Singh. While VK Singh brought with him 37 years of experience with Tata Motors, his son gave up his job as a consultant with Pricewaterhouse in the US. But this was hardly a spur-of-the-moment thing.
We founded TSI together in January 2006. We saw there was a void in the commercial vehicle industry related to truck applications. And since my father was also in Tata Motors for 37 years and he was part of this business, he had very good background and knowledge in this. And he said, let's stay focused on this with the objective to bring best technologies from Europe focused on specific niches in the commercial vehicle industry in India.
What began as a small operation in Pune quickly took on mammoth proportions. TSI roped in some of the world's largest specialized cargo transporters as it began building, streamlining and accentuating its offerings and created a name for itself in the specialized transport segment. For the most part, joint ventures has been the name of the game. TSI entered into a 49-51 JV with French Major Law for specialized automotive trailers. Then it forged a 50-50 JV with Holland Davy to form HLM India, which allowed it to enter the cold chain applications or reefer trucks market. And then came an 80-20 JV with German finished logistics player Mosoft.
Over the years, we have added several different leading truck application solution companies from Europe. We started with Lohr in 2008-9, then came Mosoft in 9-10 and HLM in 10-11 and so on and so forth. And then most recently into the defense sector with Sufram, another French company.
These joint ventures allowed TSI to acquire the technology and design strength it needed to thrive, since all the company had to do was modify the technology and designs to suit Indian roads and pitch them to the Indian automobile OEMs. It was during one such pitch to Ashok Leyland that the commercial vehicle giant asked the father-son team to look at subsidiary Automotive Coaches and Components or ACCL, which operated in a similar niche.
This was the more recent acquisition in 2013. It was a former Ashok Leyland Group company based in Chennai, with factories in Chennai, Pondicherry and in Orgadam. And they had also a lot of defense background being part of the Ashok Leyland Group. So this acquisition along with TSI's capabilities had already got us a start into defense.
TSI through this acquisition gained access to ACCL's defense industrial license to manufacture armoured vehicles. It also got operational manufacturing facilities in Chennai and Puducherry, and ACCL subsidiary PL Hallwell, which specialized in manufacturing tippers.
Through Lohr, yes. Through TSI's internal development, yes. And through the acquisition of ACCL PL Hallwell, which came in 2013. Through these, we entered into the defense field. Each at different levels of penetration in different product segments. Sofram is more on the strategic side also. PL Hallwell has been there working with the DRDO, VRD, LPSC, all these different labs for the last 15-20 years as part of Ashok Leyland and now as part of our group. and of course through TSI's own internal capabilities, working with VRD Ahmednagar, because they are close by, and vehicle research development engineers, they visited us and they found that we have good capabilities ourselves.
So TSI's entry into defense was not so much by design as by default. TSI wasted no time in registering itself with the VRD or the Vehicle Research Development Establishment that falls under the DRDO's ambit. And after assessing TSI's capabilities, VRD began discussions with the company for the construction of military shelters. These are cabins that are mounted on specialized trailers and can be converted into command and control centers, makeshift kitchens, or any other space required by ground forces.
The Chakan facility is increasingly used to work with VRD. TSI is working with VRD to make specialized trailers like these.
We started with some simple trailers for carrying the IMS range, that is the military shelter range. We've also done, these are basically hydraulic axle trailers with hydraulic suspension, steering systems, etc. This is built by our knowledge of commercial vehicle trailers, and we are able to extend that into this field.
Then the orders got tougher. The VRD ordered SPTs or special purpose trailers.
These are special purpose trailers for transport of some missiles. They are also for some containers. The overall program size I am not aware of, but definitely it was about 24 such vehicles.
The company has already rolled out 3 of these from its Chakan plant and says it will have 10 SPTs ready to roll out by the end of July. Given this plant's proximity to VRD Ahmednagar, TSI is today busy consolidating all its VRD engagements at its Pune facility. But the real turning point for TSI came when the company was selected by the DRDO to manufacture the specialized trailers to transport the Agni 5 missile system. These specialized trailers have to be big enough to carry a payload of 140 tons. And for this project, TSI will use the expertise of its joint venture partner LOR. Hydraulically operated and self-steered, each Agni 5 missile which the DRDO plans to operationalize this year will need its own trailer. So at present 48 trailers are to be built, and this will take place at TSI's Puducherry facility. The company will deliver the first trailer in 21 weeks and thereafter one trailer every 13 weeks. Even with this accelerated production schedule, it will take at least 3 to 4 years to meet the initial target. The schematics are mind-boggling for a layperson, but not for TSI.
We started with some simple trailers for carrying the IMS range, that is the military shelter range. We've also done, these are basically hydraulic axle trailers with hydraulic suspension, steering systems, etc. This is built by our knowledge of commercial vehicle trailers, and we are able to extend that into this field.
LOR is not the only JV partner who will play a part in this exercise. LOR's subsidiary SoFrame has also been roped in for its extensive expertise in manufacturing of transportation products for the defense industry. Now this JV, in which TSI holds 49%, is yet to be operationalized due to extant FDI guidelines, but TSI is working around the hurdle.
Right now, it's not a straight answer I will give you, because the way the requirement of 49, 51, all of these are there. We have a simple MOU in place together. What we are doing is the design engineering is with SOFRAM. They are providing the design engineering to us, and the joint venture in India is the actual manufacturing arm that is producing these things.
The biggest challenge for MSMEs like TSI is the challenge of financial stability, especially when working on NCNC or no-cost, no-commitment projects. To spell this out, NCNC is a process where a vendor develops or manufactures equipment without a guarantee that DRDO or any other defense agency will either pay for the cost of development or place orders. TSI and its French partners have ventured into this category on a test basis, where TSI will be manufacturing specialized 70-ton tank transporters to carry the battle tank Arjun. This order has come from BEML, and again its JV partner LOR will chip in with financial and technological support.
They have a lot of experience in this, because they have built this for the French army, Polish army, Belgian army, Italian army, a lot of different armies all over the world, and they have a tank which is very similar to the Arjun tank in terms of size, weight, etc. So for them, this is something which they've already done and built several numbers of. The challenge was that we had to adapt that for India in terms of the truck which is pulling it. It's a Tatra truck, so it's not a semi-trailer, it's a drawbar trailer. So there is a different configuration in terms of weight transfer.
TSI's focus, however, is not restricted to the business of specialized cargo transport. It is in the process of renewing its industrial license for its Chennai facility. That's where it expects partner Ashok Leyland, which has won an order for armoured vehicles, to build light armoured strike vehicles.
ACCL has the license for armouring. Most recently we got it renewed also with the Home Ministry. There are certain programs for the light strike vehicle, which one of our customers, Ashok Leyland, is leading in that. So we're getting ready for these light strike vehicle requirements that will be required to be made on a platform with armouring.
TSI's long-term relationship with Ashok Leyland goes beyond this order. It is also working with Ashok Leyland to build specialized cabins on Leyland's Stallion platform for the Army. Over the last 9 years, TSI has grown into a 200 crore rupee company, which sees nearly 5% of its revenues coming from the defense sector. But with the government's Make in India drive shifting to higher gear, it hopes to take this contribution up to 15% in the next couple of years, propelling the company towards turnover exceeding 500 crore rupees over the next few years.
Okay, there are some big aspirations and dreams that TSI is working towards. It's time now for us to take a short break here, but when we return on Make in India, a New Deal in Defence, we look at the challenges that TSI and its joint venture partners face in the Indian defence market. Don't go anywhere.